There may come a time in your life when you or a loved one needs some help recovering from a serious, life-limiting illness or injury. Or maybe you'll just need some help getting by with the daily chores of life, and you'll want that help in the comfort of your home. And what about the person giving that care? Who will support them? When that time comes, who will you trust? Well, you might turn to a company I would trust, Caregiver Support Network. I trust them because we've investigated their business practices and the way they treat their customers, and as a result, I am proud to endorse Caregiver Support Network as Gephardt Approved. Bob Leach says he discovered what is unique about Caregiver Support Network, Home and Health Hospice, when his wife needed help caring for herself in her final years.
And we had a wonderful life together. We had a few ups and downs, but basically our 64 years were wonderful.
Bunny needed help managing pain. She needed support to help herself and her family cope with her life-limiting illness. Bob was taking care of her needs, but he says that was overwhelming. Along came the people from Caregiver Support Network.
They were just wonderful people. The kind of compassion that they showed was tremendous.
Yes, Bunny was the patient, but Bob was the caregiver. Like so many members of so many families, Bob needed help himself.
There's all kinds of caregiver stress.
Teresa Derringer owns Caregiver Support Network, along with her husband Ed and partner Jolene Huber. They're all licensed and trained in the care of the elderly population. And when they set up the company, they decided to fill in the gap, to provide for the caregiver along with the care receiver.
The goal is for the person to be as independent as possible and as safe as possible in the setting, the least restrictive setting. So if that's their home or that's assisted living, wherever that is. So maximizing independence, that's the goal, and reducing caregiver stress.
They eased my mind, gave me a chance to breathe.
Caregiver Support Network is precisely what Bob says he needed to make life for both he and his wife more manageable, less stressful.
Anything that would make it better for me, they would do. There's no problem.
Looking at it from our goal as supporting the caregiver.
Ed Derringer is the CEO.
If we're able to come in and spell the family member, or whoever the caregiver is, for a period of time, and they can get some rest, go shopping, play golf, get away for a while, then that allows us to give them a rewarding time so that they have better quality time when they come back together with their family member.
The approach of Caregiver Support Network was not only perfect for Bob and his wife, but also for other family members.
For me, it was peace of mind.
Michael Leach is one of Bob and Bunny's 3 children. He says in the 2+ years the family was associated with Caregiver Support Network, there was a warm change. The professionals, the nurses, aides, physical therapists, and others became much more than just professionals.
They became parts of our family, and we would have family gatherings and events around holidays and invite them, and often they would come, they would bring their children, and so they really were another part of the family.
Compassion. They cared. They cared about my wife, and that was the most important thing to me.
If we can train the caregiver that's part there and is able to help give them a quality of life with their loved one, that's the ideal situation.
We're looking for independence, compassion, dependability, ethics, because we're sending into people's homes. These are vulnerable our clients are vulnerable.
They were just wonderful people. The kind of compassion that they showed was tremendous. They would come in, I could call them anytime and they would come. She loved all those people, and those people were very good to her.
So, Caregiver Support Network. Now you know the caring and compassion of this organization. You know I've investigated them, so you know why I trust them, and you know why I am proud to endorse Caregiver Support Network as Gephardt Approved.